Just make sure that you're aware that what needs to be submitted for your URL on your browser is this www dot with that http :// in front of it, and then www.appstate.edu /tilde and then your username. So that's different from the web URL that you used here in the site setup dialog box. So that's not what you want to submit to me, and that's not what you want to copy and paste in your browser. That's just for the purposes of managing the site. In the dialog box, so the URL you'll submit to me is this one here, and the one that I'll paste into the browser. So there may be some confusion about that. I'm going to go ahead and jump into Dreamweaver and go to our image maps that I have set up here. So all I'm doing is in the Properties panel, I can set up some hotspots here. So image map, hotspots, really the same thing. That will link me to another website URL. So you can just go to File, New, and create a new HTML page and say that as image maps. And make sure you save it in your correct folder, your WITP folder. And I'm going to call mine Image Maps 2 since I've already got one. And I'm going to jump back over to my Image Maps HTML page. Remember to use lowercase. And I just have an image here. And if we go to my images folder, you can see that it's pointing to that within the images folder there's a file called PreKart, and it's a JPEG file. So you want to prepare your file first and place it in your image folder really before you start your layout in Dreamweaver. And then once you do that, you just place it, and you can go to Insert Image and just navigate to your file. And I'm just doing Command minus so that I can zoom out, and you can adjust it. And you want to do this in Photoshop and make sure that your pixels width and height are at the size that you want. If I want to resize it, I can hold down the Shift key to keep the proportions, make sure your lock is on. Alright, so once you've got your image placed, then you can create some hotspots, and I'm going to switch over to the CSS within my Properties panel. And then click on the image, and then you can see under Map, you have some different options. You can create just the rectangle shape, and you could create a circle shape, or you can just draw in a regular shape. And then once you've done that, so I'm just going to create a rectangle over my email address, over this website, over the Facebook and the Instagram, and over this logo. And once I've done that, I can click on each one. And I'm going to link each one here. And I can just link this or copy and paste the URL address. So if I go to my browser, say I want to just copy and paste this address, I'm going to just copy it and then paste it in my link and hit return. And then I can do that with my email. Go into mail to. And then I can link my other pages. I'm going to go back to my browser, and I can link the Facebook page. And then I can do the same thing with the Instagram page. So I'm going to go back to my image maps page that I've already done, and you can click on it and see that each one is linked to a corresponding URL, or actually all of these are URLs, but you can link them to an email address and other types as well. And then make sure that you type in the alt text. So here I've got the alt text to give more information about what each one links to, and I just have them opened up, the target as blanks. And that's pretty simple. I'm going to open this up in my browser now, and then you can see that each one is linked now. If I click on the hotspot, it will take me to that hyperlink. So go ahead and choose an image and size it accordingly. Then create at least 3 hotspots on that image. So 3 different hotspots that take me to 3 different links. It could be different websites. And think about how this will work on your final project websites for your personal ePortfolio and your professional site, how you could use this kind of navigation on your site, and then you can start laying that out for your final website project that you will turn in later. Make sure that you have a back to index link, so that will be linked back to your index page, and then on your index page you want to link back to your image map page, so you always want to have the link back and forth, and it will be the same URL that you will submit. So all you do in your submission is just either resubmit that URL to me, or just write a note and say this is done for grading, so that I can go ahead and access your site and grade using your image map page, and I will access it through your index page, just if you have a link to your image maps. And so that is the next homework assignment, the image maps one, and I will be back with another video on the photographer website tutorial. And that one, those files do not need to be turned in, but you just need to turn in the quiz in response to that tutorial. See you later. Thanks.